Hello, friends, and welcome to the first ever State of the Channel podcast, ? So I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit about how things are going, what perhaps you guys might want to see, and I'm throwing in some footage just for fun, because nobody wants to just listen to me talk for no reason. So far we've done a lot of stuff on this channel. We've done 72 episodes of Magic Arena Brawl decks. We've played through some retro RPGs, some that I've beaten before, like Crystallis when I was a kid, some that I never even heard of before, like Landstalker, which was an experience, but, you know, c'est la vie. We've done the first two of the Harebrained Schemes Shadowrun games, and I am very interested in finishing Skinwrap's story, which I might even start that this week. But I just kind of wanted to reach out and, you know, see if I could gauge the community a little bit. See what it is everybody enjoys the most. See if anybody has any suggestions, requests, etc. I'm not a big Discord guy, but if it would be beneficial, I've thought about potentially opening up a Discord. People could put requests and things in there. I thought that might be a fun way to interact with all of you, but I don't want to put in the time actually setting that up if people don't care to do that at this point. So, I mean, we've got 260 subscribers. My goal for the year for the channel is to reach 300. I'll just be blunt and say that's my goal. I'd like to keep growing this channel. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like I said, playing games, you know, from my past that I have experience with, and games that I have never played before. I'm having a lot of fun with it. But I would like to grow this channel. It's, you know, not entirely selfish. If I can be real with you all. I have 2 kids, both teenagers. And part of the reason I want to make this channel is with the idea that, you know, if something ever happened to me, they could go back here and, you know, watch their dad play some games. You know, kind of have a little bit of an insight into the stuff that I'm into and just kind of have that commentary. It's probably stupid, but that's just in my head. My dad died about 6 years ago, and we weren't always super close, but there are times where I miss being able to talk to him. So my reasons for making this channel are ultimately selfish. I want to play video games. I want to do something for my kids. And I thought, you know, I'm doing these things already. What if I started a channel to see who out there might be into some of the similar things that I am? And, you know, it's a hard world to make friends in, especially as an adult. But the idea of actually putting myself out there, I mean, I've wanted to do a YouTube channel forever and a day. And I just never had the confidence to actually do it. So first of all, to the 260 subscribers that I have, if you're listening to this, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for helping me feel like I made the right decision in starting this channel, for supporting me by clicking that subscribe button. That means a lot. It really, really does. The first app that I check every morning on my phone after hitting snooze on my alarm as many times as possible is my Creator Studio app to see, you know, what happened overnight. So it's important to me that there's a community for the stuff that I do. It's not the be all end all, but it's important. And I'm glad you're here with me, so thank you. I guess another part of this is, like I said, I'd love some requests. Some of my series start strong and then kind of peter out. Some of them are kind of fits and starts where, one episode will have a huge number of views and the next episode has 4, and then the next one is somewhere in between. I don't quite understand it, but, such is life. So the channel's growing. It's not growing, as quickly as I would like or whatever, but I want the right people to be here. I really want to have a positive community. And to that end, I love interacting with you guys, whether it's comments on shorts or, tips on things that I've missed when I'm playing through Shining Force or whatever. I really, really cherish those interactions. So for those of you who have reached out, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you continue to do so. Dead Island has wrapped up, and I have the Wednesday slot open. And I've been thinking that might be a good place to do the final Shadowrun game, Shadowrun Hong Kong, which has some of the most beautiful music. I just love the music in that game so much. So I think I'm probably going to do that. I have no idea how long this Fallout series is going to last. But I'm having computer issue. I think I possibly have it fixed, but I'm not sure. And that's why there's no 7 Days to Die going on right now, because every time I try to record, my whole computer crashes. I have done all sorts of troubleshooting. I have not tried since my most recent attempt at troubleshooting, but I'm going to, probably right after recording this. So 7 Days to Die is just an infinitely replayable game. And sometimes I get great views and sometimes I get almost nothing. So I guess part of that suggestion / recommendation part, if you have suggestions for any challenges or story modes or whatever. If you've watched any of my stuff, I did a series where I was mashing up farming with MC Hammer. I did a series with Marie Kondo as the theme. So I'm open to all sorts of crazy suggestions here. Speaking of MC Farmer, because of those crashes, that series is over. I was 2 minutes into recording. My whole computer crashed. When I reloaded the save, it was corrupt. My character was just gone. So I spawned in halfway through day 12, which is when the crash happened, but I had no skills, no stats, no gear, no nothing. And I wasn't starting over on day 12. So I've been troubleshooting and trying to figure out why my computer keeps crashing when I record that game with OBS open. I'd like to start a new series. I have kind of a general idea for a new series, but I want to make sure this issue is resolved first. And that's also why I'm a little bit worried about recording Fallout, because if that happens during my Fallout save, is that going to screw it up? I don't know. And I'd rather not ruin that. So I'm going to do some tests with 7 Days to Die, see if I've got it fixed so I've got some stability. And if I do, then I can continue Fallout. In the meantime, I'm planning on a lot of retro games, some indie games that I know are less demanding of my computer. My computer is not bad. It's actually quite good, but it's just all of a sudden very unhappy with 7 Days to Die. And I really have been afraid to test other things until I know 7 Days to Die is good. I don't know quite what else I was planning on saying here, but I at least wanted to do something. Kind of let the wall down a little bit, that wall of digitization that YouTube offers, and just kind of talk to you bluntly and honestly and transparently. So again, If you are one of my 260 subscribers, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. If you are listening to this and you're not subscribed, think about it. No pressure, but check out some of my playlists. And if you like what I'm doing, if you like the humor that I try to inject into things in my shorts and things like that, keep tabs on me at least. I've been thinking a lot lately about how much content creation matters to me as a person. So if any of you have looked at my channel header, the other thing I do in terms of creating is I have written a handful of novels. I have been trying to get some kind of literary agent to represent me. The publishing industry is pretty brutal. I have not had a lot of luck. I've given myself basically 11 months from this recording to either find an agent for one of my books or I'm going to self-publish. Every one of the beta readers, of which there have been half a dozen or so, has loved one novel in particular, which is probably the one that I would self-publish first. So creating is a big part of how I define who I am as a person. So, that's one of the reasons I try to release content on this channel every single day, because I feel this constant need to create something, whether it's, my commentary on top of someone else's, video game art, or if it's, my intro that I put before every one of my videos. It was using a couple of different sound effects and kind of mashing things together and just creating that setting of retro gaming sound effects. I don't know. There's just something about it that I find really enriching. And to the 260 people who are subscribed, I hope that comes through, and I hope that's why you're here. But if you're just here because you enjoy watching random people play Shining Force 2, that's cool too. You're absolutely welcome. And thank you for subscribing. So I guess before I start getting too long-winded, I'm going to wrap it here. If you actually listen to this whole thing, thank you so much. If you have any requests or recommendations for games, let me know. I absolutely will add them to my list. If you think that a Discord is a smart idea, I will look into it. I know somebody who has experience moderating Discords, and his wife apparently has written bots for Discord before. I could try to leverage that and get something up and running. But I'm not going to do it just to talk into the void. So if there's interest, I'll look into it. But again, if you listen to all this, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. And we'll see you in the next episode. At the very least, the next episode will be Saturday. I checked out a demo of a game on Steam that just kind of looked adorable. So it's a fairly short video. It's maybe 15 minutes, something like that. But I'm hoping that we can get the 7 Days to Die stuff back up and running. I spend a lot of time editing those episodes, versus Fallout, where I want to provide the full long play experience. So I'm hoping I can get 7 Days to Die fixed. I definitely want to continue the retro gaming stuff beyond Shining Force 2. So if you have any recommendations, again, please let me know. As always, friends, be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. We'll see you in the next episode.